There we go. We'll get up close and personal today. What about that? For the longer running viewers out there, the ones that have stuck through my inconsistencies and all the work I had to do on myself, because this, at the end of the day, is about my consistency. It's about showing up for myself, right? And through simple actions, simple gestures, simple everything, right? Because the world doesn't work for me the way that it works for you. It doesn't work for you that it works for the next guy, right? So it's just through reestablishing, right? Reestablishing those consistencies and those habits that have always bared fruit for me, as it will, right? Because it's not just about, I mean, when you boil it down to its most simplistic form, right? It really is just about rebuilding my life, right? Brick by brick. Just the same way I left it. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Now, the structure and the items, the people, everything that, what's the best way to put this? Rebuilding your life the same way it was, but being malleable enough to be accepting of new things taking the place of the old. And through those repetitious habits that have consistently shown you to bear fruit, you start rolling that ball up the hill, right? Just start rolling that ball up the hill. Like, a lot of you might jump on here because of the off-the-wall topics I'll bring up. All factual, I might add. That you think I'm looking for some kind of attention. No. I'm trying to give you a show and inform you and give you something of a basis of what's really going on in your reality right now. Because if I'm doing this for consistency's sake, to build something up for myself, to get that ball up the hill to where I can hit the peak and just let it roll down the other side, right? Just let it roll down. Momentum has already built up to this point. Let's carry it forward. But I have to be willing to let go of my old life. It doesn't mean I'm cold. It doesn't mean I'm detached. But for my own well-being, for my emotional well-being, for mental well-being, for my physical well-being, I have to let go of my old life, or it will keep me in that hole forever. And I don't want to live through a life where I'm in that hole. I have done too many amazing things that people diagnosed with what I have can never experience, because they can never get themselves out of that wheelchair the way that I did. Like, my life means more than that. My life means more than depression. My life means more than what you might think of me. it means everything. Because from the time that I can remember anything, because of that cerebral palsy, because I can never be anything other than my true authentic self, because that's the first thing anyone sees. I have to. Like, I literally have to be this way. But going through all that, that's what it's, I mean, I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like, I try to give you something back to teach you guys something. I mean, I might not be your flavor of teacher, but I mean, you're going to get the honest truth, whether you want to accept that truth or not. And I'm going to put on a show. When the lights are on, you give them a show. And I'm just lucky enough to have the kind of brain and the kind of personality that makes it work. But beyond that, I cannot live my life in that hole. I refuse. I will not die here. That's, and one of the things that helped roll that ball up the hill when I was at my most successful, when I was at my most happy, when the world truly flowed through me, was when I was doing YouTube, when I was doing Madden. But that time has passed. But I still need that consistency, that ritual, to mentally get me back there, so I can reclaim my life fully. Like, I might not carry this on past then. Like, for everybody that's subscribed up until this point, thank you, because I didn't honestly think we would get here. Because I literally get on here and ramble about the most weird shit that just pops into my head that I've learned through this 44 years. Thank you. And I hope you've learned something from this, even if I fucking annoy the shit out of you. I hope you learn something from this. I hope you grow from something like this. I truly hope that. I truly hope you've been able to see your life through a different lens. See how maybe sitting back and not trusting your gut isn't the right way to go. Has your gut ever been wrong? Has your gut ever been wrong? I'm going to guarantee that none of you can say that it has. Do you finally understand why I've always said that this is about me? This isn't about you or anyone else? Because, and this is not to disparage anybody now, but through my eyes, it was my life that was taken from me. And it was a life that I had built from the time that I could remember, because all I ever wanted was to live a normal life, to enjoy the job I worked at, to be able to support a family. These are dreams and aspirations, not... We're all taught to want, so does anybody really take it seriously other than this is a check mark on my way up? Like, I have to have the wife, I have to have the kids, I have to have the... Like, but how many people truly enjoy that? That's the one thing that I was taught from the time I can remember, is to embrace all of life. Because you were never supposed to walk. And look at all the amazing things you've done since then. You were diagnosed to never walk, dude. And look what you've done. Look what you continue to do. You continue to annoy people because they know you're right. And they can't explain it. How does he know what I'm thinking? What the hell? What? Have you been paying attention? Something that you should be asking yourself at all times. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.